talking about food.
Popcorn, cereal. Hey, I'm cooking foot-long hot dogs later.
Corned beef.
Hot dogs? You cooking them goddamn hot dogs there, HardPunkKore?
Yeah. Only not in Boston, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
That was a Boston accent. We'll get a
cold
beer at Fenway Park.
Yeah. See, it's pretty interchangeable to a Midwest guy like me.
Yeah, they're R's they pronounce like W's.
Whoa, a coaster.
Okay.
Like Mayor Quimby in The Simpsons. That's like the Kennedys. He was a spoof on them, and they're from New England.
They're from New England, and they had to talk like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talk loudly and carry a big stick.
Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Luna Motors Inc., aka LunaWood. I'm joined here with Mr. Fisherman.
Hey everybody.
Hello. HBK.
What's up?
What's up? And Pizza Mate Jake.
Yeah, we better be quick today. My pizza's cooling.
We're under a time constraint because Mate has a pizza and he has to eat it, and it's more important than recording the episode, so we have to go. But yeah, anyways, welcome back to LunaWood, everybody. We're going to go ahead and look at some stuff that Mate has been doing for... How long have you been working on this area, Mate? Off and on?
Quite a while.
I'm a slow builder, yes. No, actually it was like 3 sessions or 4. It was 4 sessions, but one session got oversaved by me. So it was 3 sessions.
Yeah, rip. So, but he's been doing a lot of that in the background, and kind of been putting it in the park every once in a while. But finally, the area is kind of wrapped up, and that's the Wharf area over there, and it looks awesome. We were saying that we're gonna have to like either rip out the rest of the park and redo it up to the Mate standard, or I don't know, because it's way better than.
Or we're just gonna have to ask him to redo it and lower his standard.
Basically, can you make it crappier looking? No. So we're gonna take a look at that, and then and then we're gonna take a look at the new coaster that we teased in the last episode there. So we're gonna finally look at the new coaster and the new coaster area, and so there's a lot to look at. So there it is. So where we're gonna go first, Mate? You're gonna go eat pizza. So let's go look at the coaster first.
Nah, the other way around.
Other way around.
Let's do my stuff first, and then I can quickly get my pizza. I have to join back.
Okay, heard. Whoosh. Classic LunaWood transition right there. So yeah, here we are in the Wharf area. We've shown this off, a few times in past episodes, but today we're finally gonna, like we said, show off the fully completed. All the buildings that Mate's been working on are in place where he wants them, and it's fully wrapped up there. So Mate, I'm just gonna kind of walk through and you kind of talk about what's going on.
So yeah, on the right we see all the stuff I did in the past. Like your big building Drew, and the wharf area, and the station building for the sky ride.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still kick-ass, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, what's new is everything to the left of this building. Like I did the corner cafe there. Oh, and everything is sponsored by Professor Wurst. Because you made me that joke, and it's an homage to that, and maybe a little homage to the Pronation guys, the Pro Coaster guys, with the whole Fudge Landia area.
Yes.
So I made it like a Professor Wurst area. So,
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, so we have.
in.
That's the newest building I did. It's the transition between the Skyride station and my other new buildings. It's... I don't know how you call that style. It's a bit Victorian, I guess, with the roofing.
Yeah, it's like a modern Victorian, I think.
It's the worst. I had to do it, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, I'll show myself out.
It's the best worst.
Absolutely. So, really great use of the Ghostbusters wall sets. They've helped out a lot, it looks like.
They are so good.
I love that trellis on the second floor there.
Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
That's a detail I think it was the last edition of on the building. Oh no, the last edition was when you go around the corner, the little, I don't know how you call it, even in German, the lantern on the side where the roses are going up. The white
sure, it's
thing.
like a trellis.
Oh yeah.
Or a lattice, whatever.
Or lattice, yeah, right. Yep, that's really cool though. I really like that.
Yeah, I thought the building was missing some detail, and yeah, it's just a quick fix without much pieces, but it makes a good difference to the building.
Sure, and you use those TMTK beams?
Yeah. Since I'm
those are-
not afraid of TMTK anymore, I use it a lot.
Yeah, there's some really high quality pieces on there that you could never do some builds without them.
Yeah.
So, and this is a perfect. We've kind of touched on it before, but as we look to the right here, this is a really nice transition area, and all these buildings that you've been doing, they're a really perfect transition between that American adventure, old 70s, 1970s kind of style, and like a more modern style, and that's perfect because we're going to be transitioning into a more kind of 90s, more modern kind of architecture beyond this point. So it's perfect.
Yeah, you can say at some point they redid all this area because it was falling apart or something. The one thing I will say is I think maybe we can get rid of some of these dirt patches in between the path and make it more of like a plaza, wide open space. Some of them can stay.
we could.
We'll have to hide them somehow.
At first
Sure,
I thought
yeah.
we should do planters there, but I have the planters on the Wharfy side, and you see a lot of parks having just patches of dirt as their planters without any curbs or anything. So
Okay.
I was
No,
trying
I'm
to do
not
that, but
opposed to having some there. I just think
yeah,
there's
it's
too
just
many.
too
That's
much.
all.
Okay, yeah,
Sure.
I agree on that. Yeah, maybe show the little food stall there from close up, because that's the first time I did an interior, like a kitchen, and it's not that many pieces, but I think it looks really good. And it's
Now, is
so
this
tiny.
was this inspired by? I'm trying to remember who was doing the small stalls on the Bro Nation, but I know someone's doing a set of these or similar.
I think it was Mineral, wasn't it?
No. Was it JC8? I don't know.
I believe it. Yeah, it was either him or Simtanic, perhaps. But yeah, one of those guys. Someone's doing something similar. And I love this style that they kind of with the sleek kind of modern look to it. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. And it's just.
I was thinking you were talking about Bro Nation. I was thinking in No Name Landia specifically.
Oh no, like on their
Mineral
Discord,
did stuff like this in that park, I think.
But no, I love all these. I was great. I did this before too. So, cut. All right, now that I'm back off of a roof, let's try that again. I was trying to look at these cool little. All right, very carefully.
You're gonna end up on the roof again?
No, we made it in. Okay, but all of these little details in here are so great, and you said it didn't really require that many pieces, and you kind of tell there. What piece is this in here?
I can't see your cursor, so.
I can say it looks like the burners are a combination of the studio boxes.
Yeah,
and
studio boxes and lights and those.
the hooks.
The hook pieces, yeah.
Cool.
That's so great. So great.
Yeah.
So great.
We just need to stick somebody. I love that you got the fan, the fan in there too on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We just got to stick somebody in there so it looks like it's open.
Right.
Yeah, one of our 7 foot tall employees.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be great too because we can use this same stand and just recolor the roof or even the the base white structure.
Definitely.
And, spam it.
Spam it.
Essentially.
I put one
Especially in the newer areas since it looks more modern.
Yeah. I put one in next to the restrooms. I think you recently did it too. On the other side of the park.
Oh, by the kiddie area.
Yes,
Yeah.
there. There was
Okay,
like
perfect. Well,
a little space where was nothing, and I was putting it in. And
okay,
it's-
cool. We'll check it out. And then
Just
yep.
I was gonna say, don't get too close to the clown.
Oh yeah, we gotta still gotta rip that out. I mean, keep it forever. What? I don't know. And then I'll just quickly touch on behind here. I can't remember at this point if we've even like fully talked about it, but the triple wheel behind here of silent, yeah, we have, of silent members. It might be sticking here. We've moved this thing around more times than anything in this park, I feel like. But I think it might be sticking here, so look for future updates. And then there is another building. You've been doing so many little buildings for this park. But here's another awesome little building. I plopped it down over this way. We're not going to fully look at it right now because it might move and who knows where it's going to end up. But I just wanted to point out that you've been making a heck ton of buildings throughout the park. So,
well, actually, the little bug shop was for my own park, or is for my own park. But it's inspired by Need for Speed Payback, so it is out of an American city, so I was thinking it would fit the park perfectly, and just put it in.
Oh yeah, it totally does too.
Yeah, and, I mean it's very generic.
It'll find a home somewhere. Yeah,
we'll put it somewhere.
So, and then yeah, like HPK was saying earlier, let's get a closer look at the buildings on the right here, because yeah, this kind of just goes into the transition where you have that kind of typical, generic kind of architecture, and then mixed in with this kind of almost like we were French-inspired architecture back here, I'd say.
Oh yeah, maybe a little. But yeah, I think the most important thing with this architecture is to cover up the underside of the roofs, like with a light color.
Yes.
We did it with the art shapes there. It makes
that adds so much.
Yeah, it adds so much.
Looks great, man. I mean, even so, we could even throw like restaurants in these, so guests interact with them too. I don't know if you did or you didn't yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so
you still
we'll take care of that.
Guests in this park?
I do.
No.
What?
I'm not.
But no, this whole area, seriously, it came together so nicely. The views around it I love it. It's just such a cozy little area that I'd love to hang out in during the day and nighttime. Oh, nighttime. Let's look at it.
Oh yeah, look at it at night.
Because it was amazing looking beforehand. Wait for it to load. There it goes. Ooh, I haven't looked at it at nighttime yet, to be honest with you. So, great
some
movie.
really, really nice lighting.
It's amazing.
I think the only thing that's missing is the clock face needs to be lit up.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
we'll get that. No worries.
That's a good idea.
Oops.
Hello.
That was my phone.
I love the blue, the kind of light blue or turquoise that you did on the this building here, the Redsel's beer bratwurst.
Yeah, I always try to
different.
match the color of the building a bit, so it plays with the color of the building and the light.
Yeah, right. Oh. Awesome. Yeah, well, overall, dude, yeah, fantastic stuff, and we won't keep you from your pizza any longer, so if you'd like to go get your pizza and eat that, you can go ahead and do that, and we can go check out the other areas out of the
then go check out the coaster, I guess.
Yep, sounds good. All right, thanks for putting your pizza on hold, mate. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, bye guys. Have a great episode, guys.
Everybody say goodbye to Mr. Professor Worst.
Goodbye, Professor Worst.
Goodbye, Professor Worst.
What pish? Another LunaWood transition. So yeah, here we are at the front of the park here, and this area is all redone and remastered there by Mr. HPK. So yeah, dude, go ahead and talk us through what's going on.
Well, we've been talking about it for a bunch of episodes. We were going to overhaul the parking lot and the front plaza. Parking lot is still work in progress, not finished yet, so you won't see it, but parts of it are done. This is the new drop-off zone. Used to be the old bus stop. People, parents that live close to the park drop their kids off. They come here. They don't pay for parking. They don't go in the parking lot. They drop them off here. And there's a homey vibe to it. Picnic area, restrooms, vending machines on both sides.
Right, and I think in comparison to the old one, it feels a lot less cluttered as well. The old area, it was, I don't know what it was about it. It was just too much. So this is just more open, more, you can see what's going on, more sleek. So yeah, I like it a lot.
It looks amazing. Looks really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a peep injection spot inside?
Yeah, and the restroom has that thing in it, so guests will spawn here and walk right in.
Cool.
Our guests come from the pooper. So cool. And then you want to go ahead and move on to the entrance area?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, as we just said, we're going to the excuse me, to the entrance area because you've been hard at work redoing that whole thing, and we'll get a little overhead view of it here.
Yeah, we actually, for those of you who follow us on Shy Guys, you would have seen pictures of this. But it's still the same shape and layout. We just wanted a different dynamic, a different scheme to the layout of the pavement.
Yeah, it was a few months ago, and we were just kind of dinking around. I think I had the park file, and I started sinking random things into the ground because I was just looking at Google Maps. If you notice from above, you notice that pathways, there's a lot of sections that are just traditional, concrete, asphalt, nothing's on them. But a lot of the times, to kind of gussy up an area, they'll put down little, designs, whether it just be a brick like this, or even a little bit further like this. And I was sinking down. I think this is a vintage item.
Yeah,
and
if you want to click on it and bring it up, but just turn it upside down and sink it into the ground.
Yeah, and traditionally I probably would never find a use for it because it's gargantuan. It's supposed to be like a pylon or a pillar or something, but it's really gargantuan. But when you can change the color of the top of it, we found out, and yeah, when you sink it down, it makes, you can get it flushed with the pathway there, and it makes a nice little design there. So
that's all that was.
That's all that was, right? Yep, not too complicated, and it's turns out really, really nicely. So yeah, that's part of the phase one of the entrance overhaul, So there's that, and then we'll show off the parking lot, and there's more than just the parking lot going on behind us. But yeah, we'll show that off probably
whenever it's done.
Whenever, yeah, we won't put a time on it. Whenever it's done, that's better.
Because the parking lot, I will say, is not fun to do. It is super tedious, and you can really only do it so much. If anybody's built a parking lot, I'm sure they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right.
You just kind of chip away at it here and there, and chip away at it, and chip away at it, and eventually it'll be done.
Absolutely. Yep. So.
And they did the same thing with the inside of the plaza too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you continue
Yep.
the same color hexagons inside. Looks really, really good.
Well, thank you.
Yep, and you can't, and just for people maybe thinking oh, that's nice from above, but you can't even see it down below. You can. It does add it's not much, but it does add a lot. It is a lot. So, but actually, now that we're down at guest view, you can kind of start to see finally what we're going to show off after this quick cut. What's happening to Lake Liberty? Why is it last show?
Last show today. That's
Is
awesome.
Is it gonna close?
I didn't put it there. That had to be made.
I just noticed that.
He says he added it today. Just put that in the chat.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, bam! Alright, so now we are walking towards some awesome new stuff that I've been so excited to show off for 2 years.
So excited because that drop tower, what was it? I forget when I put it in. Whenever we got it in.
Giggity, let's have sex.
The what pack was that? Was that
Was that
Classic
vintage?
classic?
Or vintage?
Oh no, you're right.
Or was that vintage rides? That was vintage rides.
Oh no,
it was vintage rides.
It was. I don't know. It was one of them.
I think it was around the time when I was working on the car ride, because remember I told you I built the triple drop tower, and you're like, dude, what about the car ride?
It was Magnificent Rides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was the one in between.
So, But alas, it's been there for a while.
And
So-
the other thing has been there. I think it was when we show it. This thing is also super, super old, but we just never shown it off because we never actually worked on it.
Yep, there's probably about 15 to 20 people who have seen this because I've shown it off on my live streams, and that's about. how
And I
many
think
people
there
I
was
have.
one picture that we took way back when where it was like peeking over the trees, and we just never got to it.
Yep. So, but finally, and it's a
Finally.
different color now too. We have the reveal of Iron Wolf.
Very cool.
So, hi Bruce. Sorry, my cat really wants to talk to me. Instead of a wolf, we get a cat cry. This is a joint project basically between HPK and myself. I built the initial structure and the layout for it, and then HPK came back through and kind of retracted it and just tidied up some sections of it, and then he did this entire area here. Let me zoom out. You can kind of see this entire drop tower RMC area. So yeah, go ahead and talk about all the inspirations and everything and the lore for this area.
Well, I mean, we kind of decided that we were going to have an RMC in the park from pretty much day one, and it was going to be a remodel of probably the oldest wooden roller coaster that we had. And it would have been done, I think we said around 2014 or 15-ish, and it would have been either RMC's second or third retrack.
Yep.
So it doesn't have any inversions. It's more of a...
So it's only, what, one of two?
One of two. I think the remake of the Texas Giant was the first one they did, and it's the only one that doesn't have inversions.
Yeah.
Right. So this would be the second one. So yeah, the idea is that the park, they could have gone and, done it crazy and done inversions and made it higher and all this, but they really kind of wanted to preserve a lot of what they could have with the original layout and the original structure and stuff like that, but just, give it a freshened up, basically, to be more modern. So that's why it's a different kind of RMC. It's more...
It's more closer to Texas Giant than the newer iBox tracks that they've done.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. So
it's got a couple of big overbank turns and some sideways airtime hills, but that's about it.
I love the layout of it. I love I won't give away the surprises, but it's got some really fun surprises in it that caught me off guard that were spectacular.
Yeah, I want to say Drew loves to do his roller coasters, and he's got no refrain for the terrain.
Yeah.
So it dipped under the terrain a bunch, and we were like, that's actually what kept us from working on it, because cementing the ditches is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Well, because we already did Shredder.
It took, yes, it's not like Shredder because it's a wooden roller coaster. You just don't put poles into the ground. You gotta the wood supports to worry about, and it ended up really awesome. And maybe we'll take a ride on it at the end of the video. But ended up really awesome. Just doing the cement pad for the ride, it took me like somewheres above 6-7 hours just to get all the cement pieces in properly for the ditching.
I believe it. So the queue here, I really like what you did with. We kind of got a glimpse of it. We'll take a closer look at it, but combining almost the the Luna drop towers queue line and then this the RMC's queue line as well. They're like so intermingled and close to each other, and I really like how you did that there.
Yeah, see, now this all right back in here would have been brand new with the RMC, so where everything on the outside would have been old for the old roller coaster and reused, but this is all new, and it's you can tell that it's different. The everything's updated, and as opposed to what's on the outside, fresh coat of paint and everything, and a couple of vending machines.
I love this, that the interaction you get between the
yes,
the deck and the queue. That's really cool. That's I like how that.
And you get some really awesome views of it when you head back towards the coaster building, coming back.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're standing in line and you get to watch the coaster go by too.
I love that. I love when parks do that. It's cool.
Oh yeah, look. There you go. Right
there you
next
go.
to you.
Money
Just
shot.
some. The only thing between you and the coaster is just some good old do not die fencing. So,
Yep.
Yeah. That's. But yeah, the queue line for Steel Vengeance it's not exactly like this, but you're right in the middle of the structure, so you get a lot of really cool views like this as well. So like you said, Fisherman, I love when parks, you get that close interaction with the coaster as you're standing in line. So, and right here you get some more money.
Yeah.
These two rides, or I guess these 4 rides, interact with each other so well. The drop towers and the. So.
And then we'll go up to the
here.
station, and
you still get I love just how it looms over you the entire time. You're just always being loomed over either by the drop tower or the RMC. And there you finally get some views of the RMC, which is kind of fun because in the queue line you don't get to see it at all. So if you've never been on it and you haven't walked around the park, you don't get to see it until you're finally up into the queue station or the station there.
yeah, just a real quick heads up: the RMC is not completed by any stretch. There is a few spots where that does need some custom supporting, and the maintenance shed needs to be installed and finished. But the station is done, and the track layout's done, the queue is done. And the only other thing is the backstage needs to be completed too for it, but that also connects to the 4D theater on the opposite side.
Right. So, and God, I love this station. Those are Team TK fans, right?
No, those are propellers. I don't think we have the fans yet, but we'll get the fans eventually and throw them in. Those are just
perfect.
placeholders.
Yeah, those are perfect.
You probably hear the helicopter propeller if you got the sound on. But
Yeah, they do
up.
sound pretty loud. I noticed.
yeah, well, the fans will go in there eventually.
Right. So, but yeah, no, that's perfect. It looks like that's where the idea of the station was, that they would have kept the old station, the original station, but just kind of, redone it up or enhanced how they needed to, expanded it if they needed to for the RMC and stuff like that. So, I think that comes through pretty nicely, old and new.
Yeah, there's if you go to the opposite side where the cubby system is, if you go and then you look to your left, there's actually a gate there with steps that go down to the platform underneath.
Oh, there is, yeah. Okay, so
and then at the lift hill, you don't even have to go down there, but there's access right there, so if they can evacuate and get the guests off.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect. And you can get some nice views out here. Look at that. I just love that the park's coming together, and everywhere you look now, it's like, well, I didn't see that view before. Have you seen that view? I've never seen that.
I think one view that we definitely going to have to show off before the end of the episode is from the top of the drop of the log flume now.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because now that this area
really
is all filled in, it looks awesome.
Right. So, but yep, here you come off the exit, and again, you just keep getting nice Ohio Wrecker views and all that, and get to wave at everyone in the line and say, haha, you get to wait another hour from where you're at.
Yeah, right.
Suckers. And then, come back out into the plaza, and we'll just head on over to the Luna Drop Towers, which, as you can tell, we don't have a sign for the Luna Drop Towers yet, nor the Iron Wolf, but those are definitely going to be coming in the next...
yeah, those will be coming. I'm working on those right now. I have them in my head. I just got to put them to Planko parts.
So this part, I kind of got a good chuckle out of this, because again, this is what I was talking about before, where you get really fun interaction between the Iron Wolf queue lines and the Luna Drop Tower queue lines. So you have all three of these guys standing here, and then you have the fourth one back there. It's just this huge line of like people being like, "Come in my ride, come ride me."
Yeah, I forget like which. I think it was actually Fish when I was posting pictures of this in Discord. He's like, it looks very Six Flagsy, and I was like, that's what I was going for.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
It really does.
Yeah, this whole area. Oh, I want to show it from above, but yeah, the whole line here. Just to remember, this is the Iron Wolf line. This is one of the drop towers. This is another drop tower. This is another drop tower. But from above, if you didn't know, you're just like, that's a maze. I can't even tell what's going on. But yeah, you get these. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but god
awesome.
Damn, I love the views of this thing as you're walking up to it. I'll post pictures of it, of LunaWood, every once in a while on Reddit, and every single time I put a picture of the drop tower on there, people are just like, I need to see more of that drop tower. So hopefully
they
those
can get
people
their
that
wish
comment
now.
on those. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I hope some of you are seeing this video, hopefully, finally, because here's your wish. We got the front view there.
I know, was it the Jubilee Gardens guys? I think they had a triple drop tower in theirs first, but we're showing ours off first before they did.
Yeah.
They only showed pictures. Now we got it on video.
Right, there you go. So, cool. So I'm actually going to go ahead and boop out of Matejakezman because I want you to kind of explain your process of getting this to work, because I know a lot of people are curious how to do it, but they don't really know.
Yeah, this was a lot of trial and error for me.
So,
a lot of trial and error. It took me... Alright, we'll get out of Matejakezman. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Sorry.
I knew that was going to happen.
It's like, let me cut him off now before he starts explaining it.
Alright, so this was a lot of trial and error to get this the way I wanted it. Originally, I wanted the ride pad to be circular, because I think that's how a lot of them are. And it's just, maybe some of them are different, some of them aren't, but I wanted one queue line to go to the center, and then the next person online would just go to the next available seat. It didn't matter which tower it was. Can't do that in this game. But then these guys, they went to Cedar Point all together. I wasn't able to go. But Drew I asked him about that drop tower they had. He's like, no, each tower's got its own individual line. I was like, oh, okay. And
became easier after that to kind of
and
get it in. Yeah.
I still wanted the ride pad to be circular, but I couldn't get the path to work around it. So I ended up... I was probably wasted like 4 or 5 hours on failed attempts at trying to get it to work. Finally, I went with the triangle that you see, and got rid of all the perimeter fencing and did custom fencing, because that's how you make the ride pad work. And it's what you got. So the guests wait in line. The sequences are different on each tower, so it's not the same ride sequence on each tower. So it's like each tower is a different ride completely.
Right. Yep. And man, I'm so glad that it actually worked, because there was a little bit of time there where when we didn't really know what to do, that we were like, well, maybe we're just gonna have to, not make it work.
We'll just have one tower or two tower working, and the other one will just be closed because it's not a busy day or whatever. But
but no, thank goodness.
Yeah, we figured it out,
and now it looks awesome whenever I have 100 guests in here.
Yeah, and the exit path is the perimeter around the backside and wraps around, and exits to the right, or I guess it's the left now, this side, from the queue lines.
Right. So no, that's super great. When you were sending pictures in, I was just like, I can't believe you actually got that to work. And then again, I wanted to show this above, just because the first time you showed this, I was just like, wait. I had to like pause and like zoom in on the picture and be like, okay, so this goes there, this goes there, this goes there. This is the Iron Wolf line. Okay, got it. Because it's just a mess of queue. It's fantastic.
But when you figure it out, I mean, when you think about it, the old wooden coaster would have been there, and the queue would have been super small. And then they would have installed the drop towers in the 80s or whatever, or the 90s. And then they would have been like, just get it in there. Just get it in there. I don't care. Just fit it.
Exactly.
And that's what they would have done.
And that's what they did.
Oh, and I forgot about the elixir machine I also put in there, too.
Oh, I forgot about that, too. So, yeah. There's an elixir machine called, what is it, the American Spin?
It's the American Adventure. We needed a ride with the American theme, and we got it.
Right, and views.
Views.
More views. Views. I think this is just... that'll be this episode's title.
Views.
Views.
The
And then
views.
just to the extreme left of it is Fish's copied building. Right up.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I got you.
Right there. I copied
Cool.
Fish's building over and just made it a marshmallow stand or whatever it is.
That's
Perfect.
awesome.
Again,
I love the vintage
Ghostbusters
style
pieces.
sign. That's perfect.
Hell yeah. Yep, absolutely. So, I'm going to do an overview of the coaster, but as I do that, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap up, because that's a lot, but that's it for this episode. And as I'm kind of looking over the coaster, I have the park currently, and I've had it for about a week or so. I've gotten some stuff done. I was a little bit busy last weekend, because what did I do? Oh, I got married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. So yeah, I had like the wedding, and then we had a mini moon, like literally like a day. No, it wasn't even a day. It was like less than 12 hours for our honeymoon because we're saving up money for our house instead. But yeah, so I kind of got busy with that. But I'm working on a heck ton of backstage because that's my jam, bros. That's my jam. So that should be coming out in the next, or we should be able to wrap that up in the next week or two there and show off all the backstage stuff. Yeah.
Before we actually wrap it up, do you want to show it at night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to show it. I want to show it at night, and then I want to take a ride because we're all about that. We're all about that. And just to mention, I haven't mentioned this yet, but as we start to get closer to wrapping up LunaWood and certain areas, we're going to be doing some cinematic videos of like the American Adventure and just other areas that are kind of completed, and that's going to include roller coasters as well. So do be on the lookout for those in the coming weeks and months there. So
As well as the lore episode once the American Adventure is finally wrapped up.
Yep, once we wrap up the American Adventure in the next few episodes, we're going to kind of do another lore episode. If you haven't seen the original one, I'll link it here in the upper right-hand corner. Check that out. We'll do another catch-up with the lore episode and talk about the future, the few areas left for LunaWood. But anyways, yeah, here it is at nighttime, and this is like one of my favorite areas at nighttime now. The mood and ambience around here is just spectacular. And then really nice with the lighting on the Iron Wolf sign there.
Yeah.
A little blue to make it look. If you all haven't been able to see it, there's it's a moon.
It's a moon. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a moon. There's like notches in the color, so it looks like craters and stuff.
It's funny because you can't really see it during the day, but that kind of like works in with the sign because you shouldn't be able to see it during the day. But at nighttime, if you do look, you can actually see the little craters. You know, it does actually work out there. So
yeah, it's a light yellow with a soft blue light upon it makes it look that silverish.
Right. So perfect. And then I haven't talked about this yet, but if y'all haven't gotten this piece yet, this is a TMTK piece, and it's fantastic. It should go everywhere.
And there's
cool,
a set.
Right.
There's a set of them, right? There's like a couple of different versions.
There's the base set of just the cart, and then you can get these pieces.
The different attachments to go on the back.
There's different attachments, yeah. So this is the food utility one, so it comes,
Cool.
They can drive around the park and do that. But yeah, then there's like maintenance ones and certain other ones too. So it's a really handy little piece there. Don't be afraid of TMTK. It's okay, everybody. It's pretty well fixed. So, but cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close it. And oh god, come on, game. I believe in you. There we go. I can't promise this is gonna be a smooth ride, but it'll be a ride nonetheless. So we'll see how the frames do. But yeah, here we go. Did we even mention the name of this? Oh yeah,
Iron Wolf. Yeah.
We just talked about it. Sorry, it's Labor day off, Monday. I'm tired.
Imagine that queue line filled with guests.
Right? Oh god, I think
baking in the sun for an hour and a half.
Not necessarily. There's some cover there.
There's
Not a lot, but enough.
Every so often,
Every so
you get
often.
a little bit of
like Cedar Point.
A little bit of relief. God, I was so surprised by that at Cedar Point, that especially Millennium Force's queue line, just huge swaths of cattle pens with no cover whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to Great Adventure. There's a lot of cattle pens like Medusa's that has like 3 or 4 cattle pens that have no cover whatsoever.
It's like, just throw me a
tarp or something.
A tarp, right? Anything. Spend $20 at Lowe's.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works in reverse too. When Nitro opened way back when, there's a gigantic cattle pen out in the front of it that was never covered, and they recently just threw like a big tarp over it.
It's gonna look a lot slower in the video than it actually is because frames, but
because Planko.
Because Planko, but hopefully y'all get the idea. Hello, Birdie.
Yeah, that's my birdie. He's happy. He's enjoying the ride.
Good.
I don't know what he's doing. He's looking out the window at something.
Oh, he's stoked. So yeah, if you can tell, just the ride is supposed to be, again, just all about the airtime and just trying to throw you out of the ride as much as it can. Just out of control feelings. I can't remember how many times or pops of airtime there are, but part. It's pretty sick. Oh, the little trench.
Yeah, I love the trench parts of this ride. So much fun.
Fantastic job in the trenches.
Thank you.
Whoa.
It was
right through here. I love that. I think that last little bend through underneath the coaster and through the trenches is awesome. But yep, and then boom, traditional RMC finish into the station.
Yep.
Very cool.
There you go. So there is Iron Wolf and the drop towers and Mate's awesome wharf area completed. And here's I showed off too much. Woo! Zoom in real quick. It's okay. All right, so there's all the stuff there for this episode. So I'm trying to find a good area to zoom in, but I can't. So look at the chair left, or look at the chair swing, everyone. That's safe. So, but cool. All right, let's go and wrap it up there. But so yeah, look out for another episode of LunaWood there in the next coming weeks. Shouldn't be months. Weeks. We're running at weeks.
I hope it's not months. If it's months, something bad happened.
Something happened. Right.
It won't be months like Kaleidoscope Piers.
There you go. Rough.
Or
Woof.
Like No Name Landia.
There you go.
They're releasing episodes all the time.
I know.
They're finishing up.
They're done. They're done. Is it because of us? Did we call them out? I don't know. Maybe.
We'll say yes. I'm patting myself on the back and saying yes. But cool. Hey, thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. Be sure to comment down below. Let us know what you think of Mate's Wharf area there, the RMC, the drop tower. So much new, awesome stuff there in the park. Let us know what you're excited for in the coming episodes. Yeah, be sure to subscribe if this is your first time coming on through. Hit the like button as it does help out the video and all that jazz and stuff. But yeah, for LunaWood there, I've been BeyondDrewTV.
I'm HPK.
And I'm Fisherman.
And Mate's not with us because he's eating pizza.
So he'd probably say rah 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 rah. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.